Hello and good day. This is Punchline. We are First News Nation. Of course, those of you who are ardent followers of Punchline on First News Nation, we know that this show is strictly 100% for national politics. I am Sami Ajifo, returning again to your screens and your phone screens as well. President Bola Tinubu is less than 100 days in office and he's already hit the ground running. And when I say hit the ground running, he has been running so fast and hitting different people out of office. Let's start with the CBN Governor, Godwin Emefiele, lost his job. And then we had the EFCC chairman, Abdulrasheed Bawa, also losing his job. Just this morning, we just heard news that he has compulsorily retired all the service chiefs. I'm talking about Chief of Army Staff, Chief of Naval Staff, Chief of Air Staff, and the Chief of Defense Staff. They've all lost their jobs. In the second tenure of President Muhammadu Buhari, these gentlemen made it into office, and their predecessors were retired with very juicy bonus packages. All of them were given ambassadorial positions. That's what happened to them. But these guys, unfortunately, were handed over to President Tinubu, who apparently didn't want them. So as we speak today, the Chief of Army Staff, Chief of Naval Staff, Chief of Air Staff, Chief of Defense Staff, Inspector General of Police as well, who just got his job, not too long after he is also losing his job. The Comptroller General of Customs, Colonel Ahmed Ali, has also lost his job, and several other people have lost their jobs as well. National Security Advisor has also lost his job. I'm talking about General Mongono. His replacement is the former boss of the EFCC, Malam Nuhu Ribadu. Now, the Inspector General of Police has been replaced by DIG Kaude Egbetoku. That's his replacement right now. So the entire military brass and police infrastructure, police service, and of course military brass, they have all been replaced in one fell swoop. And many of us were not surprised. However, there are rumors, there are talks about nepotism on the part of President Tinubu. Did he appoint many people from the southwestern part of Nigeria? I disagree, especially for said positions. And it brings to question this thing about federal character. When we talk about military and defense and security, does federal character actually play any role? Is it about federal character, or should it be about competence and experience? That's a question I would like you to answer if you drop it in the comment section below. What is more important? Is it federal character, where somebody is from, or do we consider competence and character? We know what happens in the military brass when, for instance, a man from the southeast can just get into the military, maybe the Navy or the Air Force, and then he brings along people from his own tribe, and then you start seeing that happen going down the line. Is this the problem right now, or are we supposed to focus on the insecurity issues in Nigeria? I don't fault President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on this. I actually commend him on making a very swift decision in this regard. And for people who thought, well, the Southeast was not represented, because we've waited to see the president, the vice president, the secretary to the government of the federation, the Senate president, the speaker, none of them are from the Southeast. But from the Southeast, we had the chief of naval staff. He's from Enugu Ezike in Enugu State. So people had to go do their research before they went ahead and made those allegations online. Well, so everyone has been shocked. A lot of people have been shocked because, changing the military brass is something people don't think will be happen in a hurry. You think it will be staggered a little bit. Let's see how the transition process goes on. President Tinubu is not up to 100 days. He's not up to 50 days. He's not up to 30 days, I think, in office. And yet he has made this decision. Well, you might have your own opinions. I have mine. But, it had to happen. He has a policy. He has to hit the ground running in terms of insecurity. And that's something he said in his campaign. So this story is making headlines all across as service chiefs have been retired. And now we have new people on the block, and they're all in acting capacity pending their confirmation. One of the most controversial, if you call it controversial, is the Inspector General of Police, Kaude Egbetoku. If you go back in his history, in his career, he was Chief Security Officer to Bola Ahmed Tinubu while Tinubu was Governor of Lagos State, moved on to become Commander of the RRS, and then climbed up the ladder, and today he's a DIG, and now he is the Inspector General of Police. Some people have the question of Tinubu, oh, he's bringing in his friends, people he knew, or they are bringing his cronies. Well, if the cronies are able to do the job, if the cronies are able to make sure that we get a police that is worth a good police force, then by all means, go ahead and appoint your best friends, your cousins, your nieces or nephews. I don't really give two flying frogs, but I'm saying if the man is competent, and if President Tinubu can see his competence and say, the time you're not doing well and you're not willing to be corrected, you can be kicked out, then he kicks him out. I think President Tinubu should have an eye for great talent, for people who are resourceful, and people who can get the job done. So whoever you appoint, I don't really care. Customs Comptroller General has been replaced. And that was one I was thinking was not going to be done in a hurry. You know, I believe immigration too has also been changed. But I didn't think I didn't think Colonel Hamid Ali will be changed anytime soon, because it seems like he was a principality there. But President Tinubu thought otherwise, and that's the new change. So what's going to happen going down the line? Some people have also talked about the suitability of Malam Nuhu Ribadu as the National Security Advisor. I see no problem with that. I think he's also eminently qualified. You don't, just because we've had military men, retired military officers handle that position, that doesn't mean that, you know, we shouldn't have someone of his caliber. He's a respected and decorated police officer, and I think he also is qualified. So let's see how we can fight Boko Haram, fight insurgency, fight all those things. That's more important to us. And I do commend Bola Tinubu for making this decision. Well, my opinion might not be yours. You can drop it in the comment section below, and let's talk about it. The service chiefs have been sacked, and it tells a lot about the president's body language. So if he's able to do this and sack the service chiefs, then I believe there are some high and mighty heads that will roll in the coming days. I'm not going to be surprised to what I hear in the coming days. So that's how it is. That's the latest story. Drop your comments about that. Thanks for joining us on this show, Punchline. Before we go, I'd like to use this opportunity to say happy birthday to my good friend and my brother. He is Pastor Kachi Egbo, who's celebrating his birthday. I wish you the very best. I pray for you. You're a good man. You're a great guy. And I honor you. I love what you're doing in the Teens Church. As we are co-laborers in the vineyard, God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Okay, while that is done, thanks for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe to all our social media handles, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Take a step further, enable notifications, so every time we have a new show, you will know. I'm Sami Ajifo. Thanks for joining us. As usual, we ask you to stay safe.